welcome back. This video, I didn't actually intend to make this video, but then I've been getting a few questions about foundation year because I realized that A-level results just released yesterday. Those of you who got decent results, congrats on surviving A-levels. I still think that A-levels is very hard and very intense, so congrats to all of you who survived it. So I'm actually going down to Mount Danong now. I was just gonna it's just a day for me to just practice my video skills and just have fun. But then since I got those few questions, I thought that I might as well just sit down and do a video to talk about A-level results and foundation year and medicine in general. So a few of you said that you didn't really get good results and you're thinking of doing med and thinking about going through foundation year to do med. After doing 5 years of med, my first advice to you would be don't do it. But then if you are still interested, just continue listening on.
In 600 meters, keep left to continue on Burwood Highway, State Route 20.
It's been 5 years since I did my A-levels and did foundation year, so maybe a few things might be out of date, but out of date. Is it out of date? Outdated. A few things might be outdated, but hopefully my advice could still apply to some of you. I did so after I got my A-level results, I had 2 weeks or so to make a decision on whether to go to come to Melbourne to do my foundation year, and obviously I did. It was actually a very tough decision for me because my A-level results were not say terrible. I could still go to a good number of courses in Singapore, but I couldn't get into med, obviously. Since I had 2 weeks, I was like, okay, whatever, just it and let's just try it for 1 year. First thing that you really have to think about doing med in Australia, especially with foundation year, is whether your parents are supportive of it and if they have the financial capability to get you through med school, because it is very expensive to do foundation and med school. For foundation, if I didn't remember wrongly, it was 20k plus for foundation year, and then in medical school is 70k per year for 5 years. So it adds up to quite a lot of money, and besides school fees, you also have to think about daily expenses, rent, and all the other stuff. So it is actually a very big decision to come to Melbourne to study. And I realized that quite a few of you are guys, so I asked my guy friends about this, and they're like, just think through it during army, just get through your army first and think about it later, and see if you really still want to do this afterwards. The second thing that
415 for 7 kilometers.
We are getting to a very mountainous and curvy road now, so I'm going to try my best to hold this still. The second thing that you have to think about is getting in, doing foundation year doesn't mean that you have a guaranteed entry. You have to score above I think 89 or 90% for all the subjects combined together, and then you still have to take the International Student Aptitude Test, the ISET, and you have to go through a MMI interview, multiple. What does MMI stand for? Okay, so you have to go through an interview all the other students. I know a few people who got into med through foundation year, but not that many. So you have to think about it. If you are able to afford this 1 year of doing foundation year, it is almost like doing A-levels again, and just doing it all over again. The hardest part wasn't the academic stuff. For me, it was more of the getting used to living in Melbourne, and the fact that I have to do A-levels all over again. It's I've learned all this stuff before, why do I have to do it again? And the whole time was I was just very angry with myself, and I don't know, it's not just about academics when you come to Melbourne, because you have so much time on your hands, and a lot of things is just revision for you. So I got a lot of time to sit down and think, and it was just it was just very tough. So you have to think, if you actually got into, if you actually did foundation year, and during that 1 year you'll just be asking yourself, why am I doing this? Will I get into med? is it really worth it? Like the whole year you'll just be questioning yourself, and it's the weight, it's the in between that is really very difficult instead of like just the academic stuff. You have to like keep that in mind as well. Like there are quite a lot of people who like scored well, got like 90 over for like foundation year. Like academics, if you've done A-levels before, I don't think like it is that tough. I mean, you still have to study and still have to do, and you still have to do work and do all the assignments, but it's not that tough. And after you get like, and foundation, like getting into math is not the final point. After you get into math, it's gonna be even harder. Everyone is super smart, so you probably have to put in like double, triple the amount of hard work as compared to other people. It's tough to study during like math itself, and then afterwards, when you in year 5, like when you're in my position, you'll be thinking about jobs, and it seems to be getting like more and more difficult to get jobs in Australia, and I'm not sure about Singapore, but the competition will just get higher. And then after you graduate, you have to think about like training programs, and it just gets like more and more competitive the higher you go. So like you really have to ask yourself, if you really want to like go through all of this, you really want to be a doctor, is it really worth it, and everything. For those of you who didn't do that well for A-levels and thinking of doing foundation year, I'll say that getting into foundation year and the academic stuff, like since you've already done A-levels, and I assume that you've worked very hard for A-levels, academically foundation year is not tough. You will probably be able to score pretty well for foundation year. It's just that you have to think about like ISET and all the MMIs and all the other different components that you need to get into math. So next, someone asked me about the foundation year program. So the foundation year program is very similar to, I would say it's a in between of the standard is probably in between O-levels and A-levels. If you have done A-levels before, it will probably be pretty easy for you. Just make sure that you do all your the assignments properly, and continue like doing questions and practice, and academically you should be pretty fine. So the subjects combination is very similar to A-levels again. You do like English, math, chemistry, I did a biology, and you could do economics, I think, and advanced math. Yeah, so it's the very standard A-level subjects that you can do. And there's really not much that I can talk about the foundation year program, because it is essentially A-levels plus some assignments. At the end of the day, it's really up to you whether you think it's worth it or not. I actually made a video like last year when I was like super done with math, about like 10 reasons why you should not do math. So you can take a look at that, and if you still think that you really want to do math, then and like whatever I said just now, you're okay with it and you're able to deal with it, then go ahead with it.
It's not 100%, sorry. That's because you do foundation, that's what you get.
Yeah, it's not 100% that you can get into math, but at least you're
what
giving pretty low lah. I mean, I got in. If I got in, surely other people can get in as well, right? I had a friend who didn't get into monash math, but he went over to Ireland to do medical school instead. So I guess that could be an alternative. But the problem now is that Singapore is cutting down on the medical school. So make sure that you check like the Singapore Medical Council actually have a list of medical schools that are accepted in Singapore. Like you can find a job in Singapore. So take a look at that before you apply to any of the other universities. But other than that, if you have more questions that I have not answered through this video, then comment down below, and then I will try my best to answer all your questions as soon as possible. Even if you didn't do well in A's, don't worry, it's not the end of like it's not gonna be very important next time. Like A-levels is only for you to get into a uni course, and after that they don't look at your A-levels anymore. Okay, so all the best to all of you, and potentially see some of you in Monash, Melbourne this year or next year, I don't know. Oh wait, I'm going to graduate this year, so I won't be seeing any of you guys. All the best, guys, and I believe that you guys can do it. Now let's go to Mount Dandenong and do what I was supposed to do. Bye bye. See you guys next week.
You could have went if you wanted to. Are you scared? Are you scared? Are you afraid? Uh-oh. Were we too late? Are they really close though?
Yeah, it's at 4:30.
Oops.
It's still open. Nice?
Yeah, award-winning raspberry jam.
Okay, let's go. Oh, it smells quite good though. I think this would have been better than a cake.
Yeah. Lucky got no cake eh? I don't know if I'm eating this right. Wow. Hot. Wow, my tongue.
Really?